Well, of course, nothing joined us more as a human as this music from the Lakota tribe. And I wanted to say this, that this medicine wheel has been 20 years in the going. Where I first heard about medicine wheels is, of course, that I taught 6 years on the Navajo Indian Reservation. So having the blessing of Native American music on this wheel is always a joy to me. I wondered, is there anyone else that wants to say anything in the evening? I'll make it an open mic, anyone that has a couple words. I know this is a dangerous thing.
This place, I started riding my horse when I was a little child through these hills, so it was always sacred to me. So when Joe came to town, and he's mentioned a lot about students, but there's a lot of community people too that have put a lot of work and a lot of planning and fun and everything for this place. So it bears that it is a community project, not just a student and Valley City State project. So it was a pleasure to see how this has evolved, and I don't know what we're going to do when Joe retires, but there should be a curatorship or something for the wheel that he can just keep on working at people.
Thanks. I certainly didn't mean to leave out the community, of course, but my emphasis this year was to, for those of you that have been on my Facebook, my emphasis was to 20 years of students. Still, my favorite media phrase for this particular project was about in the 4th or 5th year when the TR put in there, Medicine Wheel Park. It is at the intersection of university and community. And I have felt so strongly supported by this project by the community that I can hardly believe it. It has been a blessing. Let's see. Dr. Sticks. I want to introduce my student, Matt Nicholson, here. And that was about the next thing I was going to do. One of my astronomy students who's gone out to the high school here at Valley City and now teaches an astronomy class. And that's rare in the high schools around here. And he has his astronomy class here today.
Well, I'm in my astronomy class. My astronomy kids, raise your hand if you're in astronomy.
I'm right here.
So those are my astronomy kids, but also we have a bunch of my chemistry and physics kids who don't have to be here that decided they're going to come fake trade. So you guys raise your hand, and former students of mine too. So we have several students here that are coming. So I thank you all for coming. But back in 2000, I took astronomy, and I had a love for astronomy before that. But Joe really helped me out with cultivating that love for astronomy and cosmology, and knowing that the universe is something bigger than just ourselves on Earth. And it's amazing to think about. I hope I can put that into my students as well. When I went to VCSU, I told Dr. Stickler that I wasn't going to go to VCSU unless he was going to be there until I graduated college. Well, now that he's such a resource for me at college, I figure he can't retire until I do. So I hope he makes it, but I mean, 20 years, this is amazing, Dr. Stickler, and I really appreciate it, and I know my kids do. We come up here all the time, and it's just a great place, so thank you very much.
I want to say another source of support for this park is Friends of the Medicine Wheel, and I run an annual a drive to raise funds to continue to support this park. And I'm going to ask Kyle Ketterlane to go around, and he's got this year's letter, which I focused as a summary of the student work that's gone on here. I forget the data exactly, but we spend about 500 hours up here a year. And we have an average of 71 work sessions, and And we have a lot of fun up here. At first, some of the students think it's work, but then they know that we're coming up here to play. If you're not a Friends of the Medicine Wheel, then Kyle will give you one of these letters and you can read nice facts about the medicine wheel.
Yeah, just raise your hand and let me know.
No, I'd like to invite Guy Clark to the meeting.
I don't want to. I have a bell. I take one. Raise your hand.
Start ringing your bell call. No, let it go. It's my bell call.
There. Let's hope he gets Adam Hart like a boss.
Where's your over there with the door?
I talk too much.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Let me explain, of course, that this symbol is, of course, a calendar, and many cultures around the world, one of their first sciences was to develop a calendar. This gave a sense of regularity to their lives, economics, religion. It brought a regularity to their life so they could expand their civilization to higher heights. And but when they built these kind of things, they were building ceremonial space too. And when in the first few, in 1993, when I invited the public up here for the first time in the next year, I gave a little speech about all the science of it, and you know, here are the 28 spokes for the lunar cycle and the alignments of the solstices and equinoxes. And then I would have people come up to me afterwards and say, enough of this stuffy professor talk. We want to dance. We want to sing. And so now Guy Fox will lead us in a round dance. Help us out. Heavy beat. We're going to rock this too.
You would be like, what? I have a bell. I'm not holding your hand. You're not good money. They can lay on the couch. She can lay on the floor. She can lay on the desk.
I think everyone knows the routine, or some of it maybe the first time that you have to follow me. I feel connected to the universe. I feel connected to the universe.
Let's go! It's on fire! No, too much. Who does he like get? Everybody eat now?
We'll do some stargazing in about 10 minutes, but you guys are free to go if you want.
Sweet!